as we keep moving along, I think we are in chapter 4 by now, actually. We'll look at the simplified, or the simple, I can't spell, I see that now, simple if-else example. Do remember the following things about if-else chains. That, number one, they start with ifs. You do not need the corresponding else. In the condition that you are only checking for one condition, there is no else, right? So though every else does require an if, not every if requires an else. Also, please do this. I don't know, some of you, again, have taken C++ a lot more recently than others. Some of you have taken it with me, where others have not. So I cannot tell you what others have used as best practices, or what terrible habits you have formed with other programming languages. But please believe me when I say that this piece of advice comes from not just my own burning of hands on the stove of coding, but seeing others burn their hands on the stove of coding, is when you have an if statement, or when you have an if-else statement chain, please always remember the curly braces. It is no skin off your nose to put the braces in there. As a matter of fact, Replit will add the closing brace for you for free without having to do anything. And it even gives you the space in between them. This is going to ensure that this code block, however many statements it is, one statement or more, is associated with your if. Now, you may not think that that pays dividends here in the beginning, because, hey, look, it's always one statement that follows my if. Number one, bullshit. It's not always just one statement that follows your if. And number two, when you go through and change something later on, that's going to prevent you from, self-inflicting an error there. So do remember also that when we are testing for a condition, it is not if number 2 equals 0. It's if number 2 equals 0, because this is testing for that relationship. It is not assigning a value. So refresher point here of note, equal, not the assignment, which is equals 0.